Skip, I mean, you try to like, last night I thought they did a good job. They saw LeBron and like, okay, LeBron, you got 2 minutes. They took him out in the third quarter. If he doesn't have the ball, Skip, nothing works.
Yet, in the end, it's on LeBron because he handpicked Russell Westbrook. And you called it. You first guessed it. No. Buddy Hield's much better fit.
Much better.
He can shoot threes at 40% clip.
And that's what you need. You need a guy that can space the floor.
You do. I agree.
All right, we'll have more on the birthday boy.
What's up? Let's ride. Let's go. KGB. Oh, shit.
Plus, Kyrie Irving addressed the media for the first time since returning to the Nets. Skip and Shannon will react to comments next.
Welcome to Allstate, where we have all new lower auto rates. And savings like that make you feel like you won the whole dang thing. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
I can shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor. I just open the app, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes. Drizzly also lets me shop from multiple stores and I can compare prices on thousands of products.
Next level chef.
I'm on the next level.
A three-story cooking arena.
The pinnacle.
The team of the best chefs in America.
We're not just going to give out $250,000. You're going to earn it.
To win, there are take on the competition at every level.
This is not next level cooking.
It was brutal. Oh my goodness me.
Next Level Chef, a new competition series, premieres this Sunday on Fox.
Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
Hey, Will, what you doing?
New Year's. It's right around the corner.
You know we're not going to be here, right?
We're going to Nashville. Nashville.
The All-American New Year, featuring some of your Fox favorites, plus special musical performances. The All-American New Year.
Kyrie Kyrie Irving returned to Nets practice yesterday, and in his first immediate availability since October, the star addressed how his extended absence from the team unfolded. Irving said, quote, "I knew the consequences, but I wasn't prepared for them by no stretch of the imagination. Things happen for a reason. We are here, and I am just grateful for this. I understood their decision, and I respected it." Shannon, do you like or have a problem with what he said?
I don't have a problem with what he said, Skip. I think he realized just how fortunate that he is that he's getting an opportunity to play basketball, especially since the mandate is in place in New York City. And it seems to me that the team said, you know, at the beginning, Skip, it's like, nah, we don't want a part-time player. But they looked across the West and they saw Phoenix. They saw Golden State. They said they're not going away. And they looking in their own conference. They say the Milwaukee Bucks, when their big three played, Chris Middleton, Holiday, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, 3-3. Yet they've only lost 3 games. Now, they've been in and out of the lineup and protocol and whatever the case may be. I think Holiday's been nicked, but when they play together, they've only lost 3 games. I think they're 15-3, maybe 16-3 when all 3 play together. We look at Chicago. Zach LaVine, DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, they're playing extremely well. They got guys moving in that can go get 20 rebounds and 16, 18 points in a game. So they're looking. They put this team together to win a championship. They say we're putting this together for a big 3, not a big 2 in the third party in their home chilling. Still, the Brooklyn Nets' job, what their organization is about winning basketball games. They're not the business of public health and safety. That's not what they're about. They're the entertainment. They're trying to win a championship. So I get it. For me, it would be hard for me to be a teammate of Kyrie, because he's not sacrificing like I am. No. And that's the whole thing about sports. Everybody has to be willing to sacrifice something. If you're not willing to sacrifice, well, so what are we doing here? I gotta sacrifice, but you don't. Doesn't seem right to me, but I get why they did it, Skip. I don't have a problem with it as an organization. It would bother me as a player because I'm sacrificing. I know what I'm sacrificing. Why does he not have to sacrifice something? What did he sacrifice? There's nothing. So in the end, Kyrie won. Kyrie said, I'm not getting the right thing. And the Brooklyn Nets, they came. There's no other way around that, but they came because they see this as a golden opportunity. They have a very finite window and trying to win a championship. There's no problem with that, but Kyrie understands just how fortunate that he is. He's such a skilled player, Skip. It's hard. If you don't deny it, you cannot deny his talent and what he can bring to the table, and it increases their opportunity. Now, I believe they're probably falling to the front of the table as far as favorites, and all of them now, Fox, Bet, us, whoever else. Nobody has a victory like that, Skip. So on this point, I despise having to agree with you.
Thanks for joining.
I must say, the second I heard that they called back to Kyrie Irving, I tweeted Kyrie walking that play makes me sick because it's not making it work. The greatest irony of all is that COVID was the reason he played this game. And then COVID was the total reason that it was brought back again. It is the total reason that they paid back into him. And now he's creating a huge break. And it's because of these acts. Because they survived without it. They did survive. Yeah, they didn't fall to the bottom. They didn't know what to do. Whatever. They couldn't go in now. They're one look ahead of those bullshit details. And the Bulls are serious business. These guys are not serious. They're bringing them back. I don't know what physical status is. I don't know if he's going to middle school games or play for high school games by himself and people. But you know and I know it's going to take a while to get under the right? So I'm not sure exactly because I don't know exactly what he's going to be able to give us, how quickly that will happen. It may take the playoffs to be perfectly on this Kyrie. But I guess he's going to be back for X number of years. But not that many mistakes, but X number of years. It's like the board was doing, like 30 and 30 and 34 ball games and 35. So, kind of most of the everything you said. You just didn't have a problem. And I said, like, thinking about it. So, but because a final statement you made is ready to staff and
ultimate goal of winning the championship. Baloney. I'm calling you on that. That's a lie. Because if you really wanted to win a championship, you would have sacrificed from the start. Again, it's easy for me to say, and it's easy for you to say, we got Batman, we got Boosted, we got the whole 3 shots. Okay, we got it. But we did it for the sake of our ability to win as a team. Because I'm trying to protect you, and you're trying to protect me, and we're all in this together. We're trying to hang in and hang on for dear life. Right? Literally for dear life.
Because I have a very good perspective that most people that talk about how many people and I know it's like sacrifice. So the greater sacrifice, the greater the public that I don't care what it is. Look, you tell me a person, if you tell me a person that's never sacrificed anything, I'll be the person that ever talk to people. Now, I'm not saying everybody doesn't want to be for this thing. You're on the fraud, I got it. That's fine. But if you're person for another person without sacrifice, you cannot.
You cannot. The price you have to pay is right. Talk about LeBron. You better be paying a 50-year price. Brady paying a 50-year price. He'll be upright at 44. I want him to do this. He's sacrificing his marriage.
Situation nearby.
Great job. Thank you for helping. I was trying to eat breakfast and kill time in the game, and then it just went crazy.
Pretty good with a little bit of Kevin, a little bit of James. Right. Looked about half of himself.
James Harden has looked good for like 4 games he has.
I agree.
Stay as long as you like. I'm about to get my farm on, then eat breakfast, and go back to the game.
Yeah. And he didn't drop them with his diet. He just had to play him off, right? Okay, so he played him off. So to conclude on this, it reminds me a little bit of the AB situation in Tampa, except there's one huge difference. Kyrie didn't commit any felony offense. It's just it was his personal choice.
Right. He said, I'm not
getting vaccinated. AB committed what could have been a felony offense with a fake vaccination card. But what is similar is that management in both cases had to say yes or no. And I believe Bruce Arians, in his heart of hearts, was saying no. And I believe Tom Brady said, I got to have him, BA. I got to have him. Especially after they lost Chris Godwin for the rest of the year.
Yep.
And when you send that message to some people in the locker room, they don't love it because it shows that their coach just got undermined.
Yeah.
And so could that be a reason? I told you, I'm a little concerned about the Buccaneers. As much as I love what they look like on paper, I think Bruce lost a little authority in the locker room.
You know who runs that? It's Tom Brady shit. Okay. Until he's out of there, then Bruce concedes back control again.
He says Tom Brady shit.
Captain Phillips, he's like, look,
I know.
I'm the captain now.
But I think when Tom goes home, I think Bruce might go home too. I think that might be it. Yeah.
I don't know. Because Skip, you know how the coaches got egos too. He wants to show he can win one without Tom.
Okay. Well, good luck.
I agree with you. Good luck with that.
And I say good luck to the Nets. Here we go.
Well, speaking of sending
Nice.
Agent in need of backup.
Wouldn't rule out the idea of retirement after the season. Rodgers added, he said, I'm just enjoying this season for this season. I think that playing next year will definitely be in the thought process. He also said that whatever decision he makes will be so quickly and won't drag it out. Shannon, why do you think Rodgers keeps bringing up demanding a trade or retiring?
Because he loves attention. Skip, anybody do this. Right, you're in the middle of the season. Can we finish this season first?
We're late this season.
Yes. Well, okay, my man. We got 2 games left in the season.
Yeah.
Why are you talking about this? Skip, they've given. You talked about going on Pat McAfee show and said, well, I got a great relationship now with Brian Gutekunst. And we talked about this guy, the player personnel guy. We talked about Mark Murphy. They've given you, they've allowed me to have more input. They've given you everything. What is it now that you want?
Help me out. I don't know.
Why you keep bringing up this? Man, Skip, there's no denying this man's talent, Skip. He's on the cusp of winning his consecutive MVPs to put him at 4th. One behind Peyton Manning, who has 5. And he's talking about retirement. Well, I'm not going to drag this out. Why are you talking about it? Trying to throw a little shot at Brett Favre, because Brett Favre drug it out every year. Skip, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see what happens. He knows exactly what he's doing. My thing is, what can they give you? Oh, well, I'm not going to join. I'm going to talk to my loved one. Let's love one. That's okay too. Skip, I mean, what is it this? Why is it? You're not a victim. You went on, first of all, you lied. Talking about immunize, you lied about that. And then you go on a McAfee show and continue to perpetuate a lie. Well, why can't I have a different opinion? You can have a difference of opinion. Bro, but you're not a medical expert. You argue with scientists. It's just like some carpenter arguing with you about what coverage and where you should have gone with the ball. You're gonna look at them like they're crazy. I don't get him. He's getting enough attention, Skip. He's smack dab in it, but he's leading. All the betting sites says he's now the favorite to win the MVP. Everybody's talked about him in glowing terms. Forbes, Zex, and Scout says this team is where they are because of him. You talked about your relationship and how it's changed, and how you have a great relationship with Gutekunst now, and Mark Murphy, and the player and the other player personnel guy,
And the head coach.
yeah, and the head coach LaFleur.
Yeah.
So what is it?
He said that yesterday, I've got love for Matt, which I don't think he had a year ago.
So what is it, Skip? Can they give him? So what is it? He like that control. I need y'all to come groveling back. Tell me how great I am. Tell me how foolish you were for selecting a quarterback. Tell me how you made a mistake not believing in your boy.
Yeah.
I need y'all to shower me with that, but I'm also going to need you to go public and let the world know that you made a mistake by drafting Jordan Love when you should have had confidence in your boy.
Yeah.
And you didn't.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm going to hold you over the fire and slowly turn you like a rotisserie chicken. Because I want you to feel what I felt when y'all didn't tell me you were taking a quarterback.
That's true. I agree.
So now I'm paying you back. You see how you feel right now when you're uncertain? Because you had my future uncertain. You and I don't know, he might be back if he plays well. We'll have him back. If he doesn't, we're going to move on. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of your medicine that you gave me. And that's what this is about, Skip. He wants them to feel what he felt. When they took Jordan Love. So he's going to drag this thing out. He ain't retired. What guy Skip, wins an MVP, wins a championship, still playing at elite level, and retired? Yeah, Michael Jordan did it, but Michael Jordan did it because they moved on. They were blowing the ship up. Green Bay ain't blowing the ship up. I just want him to stop talking.
Shannon Sharpe, I know how much you love Aaron as a quarterback on the football field during football games.
Can I just cut your fucking hair?
I got no use for him on or off the field because of this. Aaron Rodgers makes me even sicker than Kyrie makes me. Here we go again with this, oh, woe am I. Here we go again with him planting sympathy seeds. And to me, they're just in case seeds. Beyond even trying to get revenge over Jordan Love, he's such a shrewd operator that he knows full well that just in case he craps out again in another NFC Championship game, he wants to hold Packer Nation emotionally hostage. That just in case it goes wrong in the postseason, he can still say, I don't know what I'm going to do. And he wants everybody, as you say, to bow down at his feet and kiss his feet and say, please don't leave, please don't demand a trade. Aaron, we love you. We want you to come back and lose another NFC Championship game. Please, please. So what are we looking at here in the biggest picture? What does he have surrounding him right now to be upset about, to whine and cry about? He's got the best receiver in pro football according to everybody. Pro Football Focus ranks their receiving core 4th best in the National Football League. That's pretty good. It ranks his offensive line in pass blocking 8th best. It's top 10, so it's pretty good. And they've been beat all to hell. They've had all kinds of issues, but they protect him pretty well. And he's very good at getting rid of the football and occasionally buying a little time. But it's pretty good. His rushing attack this year has improved to 3rd best in the National Football League. His defense, all according to Pro Football Focus, is tied for 3rd best in overall grade. Tied for 3rd best, and it is graded the 2nd best pass rush to the Rams. I think my Cowboys have climbed up in there, but they're looking at body of work for the whole year. Green Bay is 2nd best pass rush to the Rams. What's not to love about this situation except for Jordan Love, right? I get that, but you want to talk about having help? You got help everywhere. You got a really, really good football team. You can make a case. What I just outlined for you is the best team in pro football. And he's saying, this late in the year, I don't know. I'm not saying I want to retire, but you never know. I'm not saying I would demand a trade, but you never know what would happen because he wants everybody to be on his puppet string just in case he needs to yank that puppet string again. And I got to tell you, this is just me. I know this will not happen except in my head. All of the above disqualifies him from the MVP race. And I'm not trying to make a case for Tom Brady here. I don't even care about Tom Brady. I'm saying independent of Brady, this man deserves to be undercut and dislodged from the whole MVP conversation because look what he's doing to his football team. If I were his teammate, we're 2 games from the playoffs.
Why are you talking
we're
about
the
this,
number
bro?
1 seed, and I would be saying, what is going on here? Is that team unity? And we know he's the ultimate blame deflector and finger pointer, and he always seems to be removed from the team. It's like he's on a pedestal above the team, and his whole attitude is, they're so blessed to have me around, and I think I'm kind of liking it this year. Well, if I'm his teammate, I'd say,
why are you doing that to our unity? Because as you know, it's just a unity game. It's an all for one and one for all.
Right.
The team that hangs together, the strongest, usually wins. You've been on those teams. 2 in Denver and 1 in Baltimore. It was like this, man. And you had strong, what I call veteran senior leadership, starting with you and Ray Lewis in Baltimore, and you and John in Denver.
Right.
You have to have that at the top, and they don't have that. Their quarterback is the biggest diva maybe in the history of this league.
John, in his last year, he played 16 years. Not one time did we. John never mentioned retirement.
Well, it shocked me that he did.
Exactly.
Because you had a shot at 3 in a row.
He won the Super Bowl, won Super Bowl MVP, and it's like, I don't want to do it.
By the way, nobody's ever won 3 in a row.
Right.
You had a chance.
And the thing is, Skip, look, this is what we know about Aaron. He always thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
He does.
He has all the answers that we wish we had. He loves going around Green Bay. Aaron, don't leave. They should get rid of Gutekunst. They should get rid of Mark Murphy. Whatever you want, Aaron. He loves that.
Yeah. Aaron, what do you want in the offseason? I'd like to get Randall Cobb back. Okay.
They gave Randall Cobb. They got him back.
All right. What else? What else you like? I can't show you much.
Re-sign Aaron Jones.
Yes.
Got a running game. Look, as offensive lineman, he still has a top offensive tackle that's probably going to come back at least for the playoffs. Bakhtiari.
He is.
So Skip, they've given him. They've bowed down. They've acquiesced. They've done everything but wash his feet with their hair.
Yep.
And he's still talking about, well, I don't really know. I just got to sit down at the end of the season, speak to my loved ones, and just figure this thing out. But I won't draw it out.
Yeah.
You're drawing it out now by talking about it every single week. Do you realize that's drawing it out?
And on top of this, you flat out lied to the world and to your teammates.
Oh, we're not going to forget that, Skip. You can draw it out. You can talk about you're not going to draw it out, but we realize you still lied. We're not going to forget about that, and you still going there, and you still doubling down.
You're still doubling down, and we've had other players, Kirk Cousins, Carson Wentz, who am I forgetting, who were unvaccinated, who just owned it.
Yes.
Oh, Cole Beasley.
Cole Beasley, yeah.
They just said, no, for whatever reason, I'm not going to do it, and I'm going public with it, so I'm
Obviously, there are going to be people that side with him because there are people out there that don't believe in the vaccine or the mandate or whatever the case may be. But he knew. He saw what Cole Beasley was getting. He saw what Wentz and Cousins were getting. I don't want that. I want to be beloved. And so I'm going to use a term that says immunized. Had they asked me, you are lying. Had they used, all you said was that you weren't immunized. And for people that are not vaccinated, you don't have a problem. You're not going to judge them. How can you judge somebody when you're like them? Because I know a thing about a judge. The judge don't judge himself, do it? Right, just sit down. You're a great football player, but you're a horrible person. Sit down. I'm sick of your mouth. You're not a victim in this. Everything that you've done has been self-inflicted this season. You did that to you.
Yep. So, in the end, if Aaron Rodgers were the reigning Super Bowl MVP, I would give him a little more break here. He's the reigning MVP of the regular season, but not the Super Bowl MVP. And I'm going to bring it up again. I'm going to detail that he's fallen now to 1-4 in NFC Championship games. And his average QBR in those 5 games, one victory over Caleb Haney and the Bears in Chicago, that got him to their one and only Super Bowl. His QBR average is 59, scale 0 to 100. So he's been just above average in those 5 games, and the last 2 have been devastating losses at San Francisco and then at Lambeau.
Well, he better not. He better not lose. He better not get home field and lose this one.
Yeah.
He better not lose this one. Because I don't want to hear nothing about no excuse about we didn't. I wish my coach would have gone for it on 4th down. Well, you should have run.
Yeah.
Because you've got 4 rushing touchdowns this year. You run and pump fake. You did against the Rams. You did against a couple of other teams. You should have run.
Yeah. By the way, I appreciate you bringing that up. We should take one last look at that game last year at Lambeau when it became 1st and goal at the 8. There's the first throw. to Lazard. I don't know where that was intended for. I thought he was accurate. And you said should have run.
No, this is the next one. On third down. This one is what he should run.
Too.
Yes.
Airmail
Okay, you step through there. Step,
maybe,
perfect, keep running.
Yeah, maybe. And he forces it back across his body to a double-covered Devontae at the goal line who's got no shot at catching the ball.
Right.
And his young head coach said, I have seen enough.
Right.
I'm going to kick a field goal here that's going to make it 31-26. And Aaron was humiliated. And he took his pound of flesh back from the young head coach by opting out of the entire offseason until camp opened. And he finally said, okay, I'll give you a break.
Right.
I'll come in.
Well, you remember on Jeopardy, the contestant, well, why didn't you go, why did you kick the field goal on fourth? That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. My gut feeling on Aaron Rodgers, I've said it from the start, I believe in his heart of hearts he does not want to go to Denver or Cleveland or wherever else it would be. I think he wants to retire the king of that hill in Green Bay.
Yeah.
I think he loves being a Packer. I doubt he loves living in Green Bay, given his status now with his new loved one.
Right.
But the point is, I just think he loves being the Green Bay Packers quarterback, and I think he wants to play three more years. What is he, 38? Yeah. Couple more years and be done with it as a Packer. And he wants to hold them hostage in ways, it's just like Brett Favre used to do. Same.
Thank you.
Here we go again.
I'm sure that the thing that he despised the most about Brett, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out. He's become the very thing that he despises.
Yeah, and now they're besties, man.
Yeah.
And Favre's become his mouthpiece and his biggest defender.
Because there's a lot more life than the thought.
Let's stay on this retirement topic, guys, because it's LeBron's birthday today, and is this retirement date closer than Arizona? We'll discuss that.
No.
The DQ chicken strip basket and rotisserie style chicken bites basket means you've got chicken choices. Because sometimes you want crispy, and sometimes you want unbreaded, or you thought you wanted. Either way, you always win. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
What is an overpass? Come on. Question, is that an S or a 5?
I think it's a 5.
I thought so. Frustration loading.
Nobody wants more robot tests, but we could all use more ways to say.
Error human.
Switch the desktop for more ways to say.
Oh, man, that is wrinkly. Like, not even just a little wrinkly. That's a whole lot of wrinkly. There are wrinkles on top of wrinkles. How do you even let your clothes get that wrinkled? How? At least my shoes look good. Looking good starts with Bounce Wrinkle Guard, the mega sheet designed to help prevent wrinkles in the dryer. Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40, let me guess, less energy, less drive? Definitely. It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age. Happen to you guys? Yeah. So what did you do? We got Nugenix Total T. Take your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T next Thursday. 231 231. This is the naturally formulated powered by decades of patented key ingredients clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels. It's gotta be Nugenix. Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text Surge 231-231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Turbo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast. Absolutely free. SURGE 231-231.
Franklin works at top hotels to sell their unsold rooms in US 50%. Ah, yes, the parental delegation.
You should stay with us. No trouble.
It's no trouble for him.
Fine, don't stay.
I didn't really ask to. Okay. Priceline. Every trip is a big deal. I've seen every road in this here.
Friendly control point detected.
brain. I fall asleep with the sound of falling rain. You need to let your Z's increase to put your mind at peace. Because greatness lies on the other side of sleep.
We found a movement because we believe you shouldn't have to choose between a great watch and a fair price. That's why we give you both. Our watches are uniquely designed in-house at our Los Angeles headquarters. Clean, modern watches crafted with top-tier materials. Our rapidly growing business community has decided that style shouldn't break the bank. And we agree. Join the movement now at mvmt.com. This is Milwaukee. This is my Milwaukee. It's smaller, lighter, and a lot more convenient than my old leather wallet. And helps me get rid of all the junk that I collected over the years. Rich, it's your friend. You should be incredible.com. It's a better way to find great run. Man. I love it. Great things and stuff your data. It's incredible. All right, cool. Yeah.
Fox said dealerships have a lot of reasons to celebrate this holiday season. Over 6 million reasons in fact, because they have given away over $6 million in cash prizes today, and there are more free chances to win every week. And the QR code is download the Christmas app now, and you can contact for your chance at real money. Don't miss out. This is free to play. Well, today is LeBron's 37th birthday, and despite missing 4 games due to injuries, he has shown no signs of slowing down when he's been on the court. Surprisingly, LeBron revealed he hasn't thought about retiring, addressing it after 2 games win over the Rockets. They quote, "I thought about it, where I'm at with it. I'm still playing at such a high level, but I'm injury 19, and I'm on the other side of the hill, so we'll see where the game takes me." For Shannon, how much longer do you see LeBron play?
He has 1 more year left of his contract still. After this, that'll put him at 20. I can see him playing 2 more years after that, at least giving himself an opportunity to potentially play alongside his son. Look, what keeps him going now is the chance to win a championship and Kareem's record. Yeah. And he's right, he's playing at such a high level. You've been in the last 20 years, there's been 3 streaks of a guy scoring 30 points, shooting 50% or more better in 6 straight games. 28-year-old LeBron James in 2013, he was the MVP. 25-year-old KD in 2014, he was the MVP. 36, 364-day-old LeBron James in 2021, in year 19.
Who will not be the MVP.
He will not be the MVP.
This is team record will not
be will allow it. Yeah. He was the highest scoring average by in year 19 by a qualifying player. Kareem averaged 14.6. Dirk averaged 14.2. LeBron James averaged 28 points a game. 28-7.
He is qualified. He will ultimately
the whole league. So, Skip, I think the thing is that LeBron James is going to age well because why? Tom Brady is not physical. Tom Brady has the athleticism is where it was but Tom Brady's mind allows him to play at such a high level. LeBron's mind allows him to play at such a high level. So, yes, dominate the game for 4 straight quarters? No. But you've seen him, go get 14, 16 points in the quarter. You've seen him have 20, 25 points in a half. So he can do that with his mind. He's like, okay, this is how you try to do this, what you gonna do? Okay, fine. He's working on his 3-point shot. He's gotten better at that.
Yeah.
He forces you to get up on him. Now he'll blow by you. He still can do that, Skip. Yeah. So for me, Skip, I'm looking at a situation. I can see him playing 1 more year contract. Yeah. 2 more years. I'm gonna say he makes it to at the bare minimum year 22.
By the way, I got a creditor before I launch on this.
Sending backup request.
Free throws up to 71%.
Darn it, 78%.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Don't do that, Skip. Don't take it.
I wrote down 71.
Yeah, you wrote it right wrong.
Huh. Really? Yep. Although MJ was a career 88.
I know this.
KD's a career 88.
What was MJ doing? What was MJ doing in year 19?
Well,
22, 20, and not 23. Okay.
22, but you already said 22. That would be 3 more years.
Yeah, next year and 2 more. So
okay,
20,
I got it. I can't disagree with that, but it will be very interesting to see what happens if they can't right this ship this year. Because let's do the worst case scenario. Let's say they don't make the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
It's possible.
That's a possibility, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of a scary possibility.
What is it, the 8th seed now?
The 7.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, but they're 17 and 19. And again, they're going to get some players back, and who knows what they could do at the trade deadline. Would they go get Jeremy Grant? Would they be able to pull that off? Does anybody even want THT at this point? I don't know. Do they want Kendrick Nunn, who's been out of sight, out of mind? But the point is, if they did miss the playoffs in his 19th year, that could hurt his legacy as much as passing Kareem could help his legacy. Like it's diminishing returns.
Well, Skip, I think it would hurt his legacy if he was averaging 15 points a game. But because he's playing at such a high level, and people around him see that his supporting cast, he doesn't have the best supporting cast, but they're not holding up their end of the deal. All you got to do is hold up your end of the deal. Skip, I can assure you. Ask anyone if they thought LeBron James would be playing this well in year 19. Nobody, to a man. Skip, I was one of his most devout supporters. I had no idea that he could play at this level.
Yep.
In year 19.
Okay, I'll buy that. I give you that. I don't know how long he can sustain it because he's obviously missed some games already.
Right.
Can he stay healthy? I'm not on wood. I don't even like to bring it up. And can you fight off the fatigue of the later season games? Because there are going to be some doldrum games.
You know what the fatigue is, Skip? Can you fight off the fatigue of losing?
Yep.
Like you're losing when you're playing as well. Because LeBron has never played this well, Skip, and lost this much.
Never. So, just to reiterate, 6 straight games of 30-plus points a game. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's astonishing in your 19th year.
Yes.
And the Lakers' record in those 6 games is 1-5. And the one game you won was at Houston, that game in which the Rockets were only down 1 point with 2:30 left.
Yes.
Whew,
yes.
Really?
And he did that.
Okay. He did that. So Kareem is now 2,350 points away. 2,350. It sounds like a lot. But if LeBron just keeps averaging what his career is of 27, if he just keeps on keeping on, he would need 87 more games.
Right.
Well, there's 46 left this year. Can he play all 46? I don't know. Probably the odds are against all 46. Right. But 46 to 87, that would mean sometime in the middle of next year, maybe 2/3 through. Mm-hmm. If you stay on course, if you stay reasonably healthy, you're going to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I definitely believe, even if when AD comes back, Skip, it will probably drop down to maybe 25 points a game. There's no AD there, so he's getting some extra shots that AD probably would get. But I believe he'll end the season with at least 37,000 points, and put him 37,000 will put him 1345 behind him. Average 25 again. Skip, this is probably like the second or third most points he's ever averaged in his career.
Yep.
And he's doing that in year 19.
So is it possible his new goal would be to lead the league in scoring?
No.
Well, it's possible.
I don't think that.
Even for a bad team. Maybe the bad team allows you to lead the league
Well,
in scoring.
I think the thing, Skip, he said it, that if I wanted to lead the league in scoring, especially like when he was in his 20s and early 30s, he said if I wanted to lead the league in scoring, I could do that every year.
Okay, well, he's done it one time, and Jordan did it 10 times.
Yeah, but that wasn't his goal. That's still not his goal. He doesn't go out. Skip, a lot of times we saw LeBron go get like 17, 18 points in a quarter and then take one shot in the third quarter. Anybody else that had it going like that, Skip, you know good and well, they're going to see if I still got it going in the third quarter and try to get 17 more.
Absolutely.
But that's not how he thinks.
But I must admit, as not the biggest LeBron fan over here, as all Jordan all the time, if you told me that in year 19 LeBron led the league in scoring, I would be impressed. I would give LeBron serious points for that.
No, he don't want to do that.
Well, why not? I mean, he wants to pass Kareem.
Dude, we can do that. We can do that, but doing what we do, still getting rebounds, still getting assists. I mean, that's the thing, Skip. Is LeBron the greatest scorer? No, but he's an elite scorer. Is LeBron the greatest rebounder? No, but he's an elite rebounder. Is he the greatest assist guy? I think that belongs to Matt, but he's elite. Nobody has been elite in more things than LeBron James. Now, there's no denying that. We can deny how great he is, whether he's the GOAT or not, whether he's this or that. But nobody has been elite in more categories than LeBron James.
Okay, I buy that. I've always docked him because he's an average at best three-point shooter, and he's been a lousy free throw shooter, but he has improved. And I attribute the whole thing to this new routine of his that he's stuck with.
Yeah.
It's left him a couple times.
Happy New Year.
25?
Yep.
Think James Harden is at over 20, 22?
I just don't think anybody will play at this high level this long.
Why not?
Because it's hard.
What? No, hold on. What about everybody? Everybody's doing that, working out. You say you want to see the receipts. KD got a therapist, got a trainer, got physio. He works as hard as anybody. So why couldn't he?
He does, actually.
Okay.
Well, I would give him the best shot, actually.
Oh, I would too.
Okay? So here's the point. Passing Kareem is longevity, but if you won the scoring title this year, that's not longevity. That's just...
Well, what guys won a scoring title in year 15, in year 16, year 17, year 18, year 19? No. LeBron James, Skip, talking about scoring titles. The man could have won scoring titles. He's made it abundantly clear.
That's what I'm saying. In year 19, if you pull that off, you got a shot.
I want to win a title. You want to win a title. That's what he's playing for, titles and to pass Kareem, not scoring titles.
Well, unfortunately, you're getting hit by a tidal wave right now.
I mean, the league is definitely the league has definitely gotten better. These young guns, the Warriors, the Suns, these young guns are coming, and they're hungry. And right now, LeBron's out there. LeBron is that line, and the pack ain't supporting it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, Skip? You know, they leave him to defend for himself.
So what is he doing now? What is he attempting from three? He's attempting almost 8 threes a game. Last year was his career high at 6.3, so he's turning himself into a Steph Curry. You know, he's just jacking up threes. Last night, hot-handed. I remember a lot of games, 2 for 13. Right?
8 of 14 last night.
He was.
There's going to be more of that to come. More of that, Skip.
Okay.
More 6 of 10, 6 of 11 from 3. More of that, yes.
Huh. So is he going to lead the league in three-point percentage?
Well,
I don't know.
Why you got to go? Why you just can't say, you know what? LeBron shot 38%, 39% from the 3. LeBron averaged 26, 27 points a game. Had a great season. Why we can't do that? Why you got to go to, he needs to lead the league in scoring? I'd be impressed. Nah.
Well, let's see what he's got. I'm trying to open a door for you to say, then
40,000
you would have a little better GOAT argument if he could get scoring in year 19.
40,000, 40,000, 10,000, 10,000 assists. He's the only player in the top 100 in all statistical categories. Can anybody else say that, Skip Bayless? Points, rebounds, steals, block. Can anybody say that?
Just played longer.
I do. You can just play a lot of things. But does that mean you good at it? So in other words, you say he's just out there. Is he out there just collecting a check, or is he doing what he does?
Well, if he could have closed the game last night, I would have been pretty impressed. And he couldn't because he is not a natural-born closer.
Yeah.
Because he does not have what's called the coach gene.
Was Dirk, how was he closing in year 19? Kareem.
Was Dirk a closer? I don't remember.
Really?
He closed one of the games when the chosen one became the frozen one.
Kareem had a shot. Doing in year 19. Okay, how about this here? Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
How was he doing in year 19? You remember Tim Duncan got blocked by the rim? And he caught it in Oklahoma City. You remember that, Skip?
Yeah.
I do. So how was he doing in year 19? My guy still elevating.
Yeah, all I remember is your guys lost 6 finals, and my guy won all 6 that he played in.
Why you only been to 6?
Huh?
They only had 6 finals? Why they only had 6?
Huh?
I could have sworn they've been playing finals in the 80s. They started playing finals probably in the 50s.
My guy got tired of winning finals. I'm out. Yep.
So why couldn't he win in the 80s? Isaiah said, you ain't going to the finals. I refuse to let you go in the 80s. Whoever your best team were in the 80s, Isaiah said my team ran through them. You like the Lakers? Beat them. You like the big 3 Celtics? Beat them. Oh, you like Jordan Pippen? Couldn't see me. That was Zeke can say. Who else can say that?
6-0 with 6.
You better be glad they got hurt and they got old. They got, they started
College to only 1 for the quote-unquote king.
We got more points, rebounds, assists, steals, block shots. Got all that.
LeBron, be careful tonight. Moderate the wine intake. Moderate.
Go all out, LeBron. Go all out. Get your hands strong.
All right, guys, let's switch.
Happy
here.
birthday.
Is Mike McCarthy
No, we don't want to do happy birthday for you.
or hurting the Cowboys this season? We'll tell you what Jerry Jones has to say next. Don't go third.
So you for the military? And who else? And compare prices?
Shipping right.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age. Happen to you guys? Yep. So what did you do? We got Nugenix Total T. To get
Like,
your
you're
complimentary
63?
bottle of Nugenix Total T, text yes to 42424. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key clinically researched to help it.
Don't think you understand how this works.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix. Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too. Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text yes to 42424.
That's why
Text now and we'll include a bottle of
I'm a
Nugenix
specialist.
Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast, absolutely free. That's YES to 42424. Does Nugenix Total T work? We know that's the only thing that matters to men who feel their energy levels dripping away. That's why this ad is as simple as we can make it. Step flash to 42424 for your complimentary sample. Give it a try. If you feel stronger, leaner, with more energy and passion, keep using it. If you don't, stop and tell all your friends we're full of it. Simple as that. Text to get a sample. See if we're the real deal or not.
Remember when I told your ass
to 42424.
to pull your pants up, take your goddamn hat off? You look at me like I was a Martian. What's your problem?
Search SockDoc for the sock you need, or type in your symptom like it hurts when you good bedside manner needs the sock you love. Someone who fits like a blue rubber glove.
The Cowboys have a big game against the Cardinals this weekend on Fox, and Jerry Jones is giving a lot of praise for their surprising season to Mike McCarthy. On his weekly radio show, Jerry said of McCarthy, quote, "He is the difference maker, and that needs to be recognized. I'm really proud of him." Shannon, does Jerry have a point?
No, Jerry's trying to give himself credit for hiring Mike McCarthy. Because I haven't seen a decision that he's made this year that's directly contributed to the Cowboys winning a ball game, Skip. He's been terrible at clock management. He's made challenges that shouldn't have been challenged, and he didn't challenge things that should have been challenged. Yeah. Okay, you want to say he did hire Dan Quinn. Jerry hired Dan Quinn. Mike McCarthy is the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys entitled on. I agree. All the other decisions, from John Fossil to
Kellen Moore to everything else has been a Jerry Jones decision. But get this has to go well, because if it doesn't, it's a direct reflection on Jerry Jones. The man spent several nights at your house drinking beer and nachos. So this is something I don't know how often you've done beer and nachos. I know he flew into Teterboro like a thief in the night to sign Bill Parcells. But Skip, Mike McCarthy is a difference maker. What? We're gonna find out. I want to see when we get to a situation where a decision needs to be made that's going to be directly influenced whether you win or lose. I want to see Mike McCarthy make one of those. Because when it comes to special teams, John Fossil goes plus large fake on his own. So, no, miss me with this, Jerry.
Remember that moment when John Paul started to run up and say, Mike, there's a flag on that play. Maybe we could go for two here, right?
Like, well,
and then McCarthy says, we're going for two. Going for two.
Yeah, exactly. Right, you didn't make that. Supposed to I get it.
Yeah.
The difference maker on the team has been Dave Quinn. He's been the difference maker.
Yeah, and come from the coaching
staff. From the coaching staff. But he's the difference maker. You see the energy in which the defense plays with. Yeah. We saw the energy when Mike McCarthy was in protocol and Dave Quinn was on the sideline. Yep. He had that infectious, what Sean McVay had, running up and down the sideline. When you ever see Mike McCarthy help somebody? All he want to do is just have that big old Cheesecake Factory menu folded up. Looking up at the board. Bro, you watching the game. Why you gotta look up at the board? You're watching the game.
He's a spectator. Right?
Jan, this be with this thing.
And to your point about Dan Quinn, remember, it was Michael McCarthy's choice to sort of repay a favor to his blood brother Mike Nolan to start this regime off. Right. Was that not an unmitigated disaster? So this team has gone from, I know the Texans statistically wound up worse a year ago on defense, but the Cowboys were historically bad on defense.
Yeah, their worst game was worse than the Texans were.
They were. They were getting run literally off the field, like blown off the field by the run. They couldn't stop anybody. Right. And now they have flipped it. That's the only thing I told you I ever agreed with Mike McCarthy. I've never seen one side of the ball flip through an offseason like that. Flipped our defense. Well, Dan Quinn flipped your defense. And Micah Parsons flipped your defense. Exactly. Okay, so I got it.
And you didn't pick Michael.
All right. So I got to reread this quote because this knocked me off. This knocked me off my chair last night. Jerry on Mike McCarthy. This is pure comedy. He is a difference maker, and that needs to be recognized. I'm really proud of him. No, you're really proud of you. Because you hired him, and you want the credit. You want to bask in the glory of Mike McCarthy, who does exactly what? What's his job description? Does he call plays? No, Kellen Moore, he's really good at it. He's probably going to get a head coach job because of it. He calls all your plays. I think he puts the whole game plan together. I'm sure Mike has some input, but in the end, it is Kellen's last word. He gets to call the play and choose the formation and all of the above. Right? Yeah. So Mike used to call plays for Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, and a lot of people thought he was really good at it, but he doesn't do it. Right. That's interesting. Right. So exactly what do you do? Because I've watched him attempt to manage the clock, and it's turned into nightmarish management, near disaster.
And remember, Skip, he said he was going to call plays. When he got a job, I'm going to call the plays. That's what, that's what I do.
But his clock mismanagement at Chargers nearly cost him the game, and took him off the hook.
56 yards.
56 yards. It took 56 yards of field goal to save him from disaster. Yeah. And then at Giants, they're going to win the game anyway, but at the end of the half, it was disastrous. And fortunately, they were going to win 21-6 because the defense was going to take the ball away and save the offense from it.
I really wasn't interested in this, but okay. I was more interested in over here.
Happened in Hard Knocks. Start off the year, I loved it. I said it's going to be a launching pad for my team, but it wasn't for my coach because he got exposed. You saw repeatedly the corniest, most cliched, embarrassing pregame and meeting room motivational speeches.
Like thereof.
Yeah, or lack thereof. They became caricatures of a coach's motivational speech. It was something out of an Adam Sandler movie to me, right? That you just laugh at and say, that's funny. Like cliche-ridden.
Yes.
And yet, somehow, I told you going into the year, they just have to rise above him. They have to win in spite of him, because during games, he comes across as a not-so-innocent bystander. He just stands over there at the point. Last time he was looking up, he's sitting in the 8th row.
Right.
Oh, wow. So that's what happened. That's interesting, right? He seems a little befuddled occasionally, and yet he's Jerry's guy. And I believe they have become very close. Of course. I believe he's become, it's not son-like, it's more brother-like.
Right.
At this stage.
Well, Skip, how can you not? I mean, how can you not become close?
Yeah.
Everybody becomes close except Jimmy and Coach Parcells. Everybody else is close to him. I don't know how close he and Wade was, because Wade is probably closer to his age. But
I think he liked Wade.
Yeah.
Wade basically liked him until the bitter end.
But Jason Garrett,
like a son. Yeah.
Mike McCarthy. You look at all the other coaches, Barrett, Coach Wilson.
Barry was like blood brother with him because they got Arkansas.
Right.
I mean, Barry was a senior at Arkansas when Jimmy and Jerry were freshmen, and they looked up to Barry like, what they always said, he was like a man when he was 18. You know, like he was a very physical football player and a guy they idolized.
Bluff, Arkansas, some little small.
From rural, like, I don't even think the town had a name. He was from a shack.
Yeah.
So the point was, they were like blood brothers, and then all the rest were just puppet coaches.
Right.
The Campos and the Galeys, you know, just do what I tell you and be happy.
Hey, that's kind of what he skipped.
Yep, here, that guy.
Jimmy hired his staff. Coach Parcells hired his staff.
Yep.
Nobody on that staff, Mike McCarthy had. Jerry had them all.
True. Okay, so am I surprised he tried to sell us this? But when you go all the way, who's the difference maker? How? Give me one reason, how or why.
Where's the other guy?
The truth is, the God's truth about this is, and that's why we talked yesterday, when I realized that if Green Bay slips up on Sunday evening at home,
I wouldn't stay there if I were you, Coy Will.
If they slip up, that if Dallas wins out, Dallas gets the 1 seed. Well, I was shocked by it because what have I gone through? I went through Denver at home, and I went through Raiders on Thanksgiving at home. They were just
all right, he's here now.
And I held this guy accountable, the difference maker. I held him accountable because they weren't ready to play against either one of them.
The best thing to happen to you, all the three of the 4 losses they have are against AFC opponents.
That's correct.
Because you only lost 1 game in the NFC against Tampa. Okay. One of these teams, if Green Bay loses, because they're going to have more losses in the conference.
Okay. So my point is, I keep pinching myself. Wait a second. We could get the 1 seed with one little slip up. Now we got to beat Arizona and then go win a tough game at Philly.
Right.
I don't think that'll be easy. But my point is, if you do that and you wind up the 1 seed in spite of this guy, how did we do that in spite of a 30-0 Denver early in the 4th quarter? In spite of blowing a game to the Raiders that is truly, it's even more pathetic than the Denver game.
And scoring 9 points against Kansas City.
Okay, I get that with that. That didn't rip my heart out like these 2 games.
Well, all your offense had to do is get to 20. Your defense played unbelievable that day. Considering how well Kansas City has played during this winning streak, for you guys to hold them to 19,
that's when I sat back and said, that's legit.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes at home, 19 points.
Yep.
Okay, that could win a playoff game.
Yes.
But your offense has to come along.
Right.
And maybe it's starting to come along. We'll see if it holds up against a pretty good Arizona defense.
Well, you know what? Jerry might be saying he's a difference maker because he hadn't had to make a difference. So he hadn't had to make any decisions that cost us the game, but he also hadn't had to make any decisions that won us the game.
Yeah.
So that's the difference that he's made.
Yeah.
He does nothing.
But the whole year is like magical to me so far.
Yeah.
Got a long way to go.
Yeah.
But it's magical because we were so bad against Denver and even worse against the Raiders at home on Thanksgiving Day. How did we get here?
Because you got to give him some blame because he did. I love Mike Nolan. I know Mike Nolan. You know he was there in Denver. He was the linebacker coach, but I got to Denver. December 1990.
And I knew his father.
So I know him.
I'm with his father a lot.
You got 4-3 personnel. Why would you bring a coach in that's a 3-4 guy?
Don't know. It's faster. And all of a sudden, flip the script. And we're going to talk about Mike Parsons in a couple of minutes. Yep.
But first, let's talk some Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, let's talk about him.
Playing by himself for the Browns' disappointing season.
Yep.
WWE's biggest moment on the biggest events of the year. Friday Night SmackDown presents WWE's Top 10 Moments of 2021. Friday Eastern, only on FS1. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Big Mac, no pickle, pick official. So, Antimena, what if I'm there with cheese?
This motherfucker.
Thanks, Dad.
You're right.
Enjoy ice cream left for $6. But the Big Mac for $1 with cheese for $5 at McDonald's.
I think how to show in the world how individuals will customize the parts. But they don't pay. Did it work? Only pay for what you need. Spider-Man No Way Home. Theaters December 17th.
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deal. Aren't others doing that? Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop. That's not fair. At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deal. And you get a trusted plan.
She said the truth. It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deal. Like up to $1,000 off our most popular smartphone.
Priceline can help you make the most of your budget, saving up to 40% on your flight. Ooh, we have a comment from the airport announcer. What? Not better. Priceline. Every trip is a big deal.
Brett Favre, legendary quarterback. Jerry Rice, legendary wide receiver. When legends play, they wear Copperfit Advanced Back Pro. Copperfit's best-selling compression back support just got better with new double-band adjustable supports for customizable compression when you need it most. That's what I'm talking about. 4 built-in stabilizing supports designed to improve posture and help reduce lower back stress and strain.
You have back pain, and it's affecting your everyday life. Do something. Since I put this on, I feel so much better. The core is the most important thing. To know that I'm stabilized here. Whatever I'm doing, I can give you 100%.
Call 1-800-305-7164 or on the web at advancedbackpro.com for only $19.99.
This does feel good. That's what I've been saying. Think it was fair? It was fun. Copperfit, live limited. 20 years ago, Fox brought you the biggest hour in television history. I don't have $50 million. January 6th, Joe Millionaire returns with a twist. 2 Joes, a best of one.
Who is Joe?
One is a multi-millionaire. One is not.
It's not about money. It's about love.
Well, you never got to know me. But the Disney is Joe Millionaire for richer or poorer. Premieres January 6th on Fox.
Your dogs who really love the flag. Monthly box of tough toys. Choose. And all natural treats to make it today at touchofmodern.com. At touchofmodern.com, we always surprise, excite, inspire. So scan the QR code to discover a constantly changing collection of products. Never ordinary, never mundane, and never in a million years what you expect to see or imagine never have. Here's to the thrill of discovering the next exceptional and unexpected product. Check it all out at touchofmodern.com.
That was incorrect. All those things you love, they might love even more.
We're
for Baker Mayfield and the Browns, who sit at 7-8 in the AFC North basement, dealing with a shoulder injury. Baker struggled with ball security as he has turned it over 14 times this year. And now a new article from USA Today Sports implies that Mayfield's bad mechanics may be the issue for the QB. So Shannon, is this valid criticism?
No, it's just more excuses. Where was the bad mechanics when he was the #1 overall pick? Where was the bad mechanics when he was the third highest graded quarterback over the last 7 games of the season? You see, what's going on is everyone's trying to figure out the reason why Baker Mayfield is struggling, when the answer is right there in front of you. He's just not very good.
Really?
If you take out the highs, if you take out the lows, what is it? An average quarterback.
So if you throw his whole rookie year and then you throw out all of last year, he's average.
And then you put in his second year and put in his fourth year. That's what he is. There you go. I think I knew I could get you. I just wanted you to say it. That's what I wanted you to do. Just say that. Yes. Yeah, it's not your turn yet. Leads the NFL in interceptions since he's been drafted. Is that good? Has the second most fourth quarter interceptions since he was drafted. Is that good? QBRs by season.
Behind you.
Fourth year. This is his fourth year. He was 23rd in QBR. He's 19th in QBR. He was 10th last year. 25th. At this point, how you change his mechanics, Chip? It's not like he's a sophomore or freshman in college. He's his fourth year in the NFL. You work on those things, Chip, when you first get drafted, when you enter into the league. He's set his ways now. This is what he is. This is who he is. Guys keep offering all these explanations. But the simple fact of the matter is, he's a guy. He's an average football player. And the problem that you have, if he was a third or fourth round draft pick, nobody would have a problem with Baker Mayfield. Because he was the #1 overall draft pick. And he's got to be franchised. So he's got to have a reason. Nobody tried to find a reason.
Oh, there you are. My fault, homie.
Nobody tried to find a reason why Ryan Leaf, yeah, we later know he has some issues. But there have been several guys. Just because you're the first pick in the draft in the quarterback position doesn't automatically mean you're going to be good.
Beautiful.
Josh Allen is better. Patrick Mahomes, not Patrick Mahomes. We already know Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson is better. And guess what?
Thank you.
He got some young guns in his own division. Joe Burrow is better. Justin Herbert is better.
Yep.
Your guy is...
Snake Doctor, what up? Happy New Year.
By the way, the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp said going into that draft, Sam Darnold was the best quarterback in that draft. Your guy is a bust. B-U-S-T bust. Get him out of my sight.
Looks like both of us was wrong about that draft. Looks like both of us were wrong.
So I'm going to reiterate that as a raw rookie in this league, sorry situation.
Oh, that was a sorry situation.
Hugh Jackson got fired for it. Hugh Jackson wouldn't even start him. When he did get to play as a rookie, all he did was put up the third best season, according to Pro Football Focus, in the last 15
Anyone looking for any rifles?
Third best rookie season ever. In
ACRs and lightweight M4s.
What are called big time that ranked third in the National Football League. Really?
Pestilence.
Something was going great.
How many pass pros you got this year?
And then, of course, you know my favorite stretch. After Odell got hurt last year, here he came. Baker took off. Odell got hurt at Cincinnati, and here they came. 11 games, not 3 or 4, 11 games. He went 20 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. That was the best turnover ratio, touchdown to interception ratio in all of pro football over the last 11 games, which included beating Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh 48-37 with a QBR of 91 on scale 0 to 100. That was one of the best playoff QBRs of the year last year. He was sensational. He was graded over that stretch of games the 4th best quarterback in the
I don't fast travel anywhere. I just go down the streets killing.
#1 overall pick to me.
What I do.
The house been on Mark's land.
Okay.
You know it was going to sink.
Oh, do you?
Only you didn't know it would sink.
So then he got stuck with Odell, and the only reason
stuck with Odell.
Yeah. The only reason there's such Baker hate out there, it's mostly inspired by all of the Odell idolaters, starting with the man across the table from me, who have to find a reason, a legitimate reason for why was Odell so ordinary when he got to Cleveland. Well, could it be because he's beat all to hell and he's just not the same, and his heart's not in playing pro football? Yeah. Oh, no, it's Baker's fault. And then there's another half of America out there who just got sick and tired of Baker Mayfield's house commercials.
They're relentless. They're every other commercial.
They're every other
like them at all.
commercial.
But
They're
Baker comes
annoying.
across as so smug, so condescending, so too cool. It's Baker's house. And it was Nissan house, and that became Baker's house too. You got all those great Heisman winners, but every commercial seems to feature Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
It's too much too soon. The target got gigantic on his back because the Baker hate started to resound from sea to shining sea.
He's average.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
So
He said he's average.
So this year in game number 2, what happened? Oh, he wrecks his left shoulder. He wrecked it. He tore his labrum and he fractured his left shoulder. He has had to play all year long in a shoulder harness. Now I'm going to go real deep with you here. Those people at home, forgive me for getting a little too complex and complicated. I watched Baker Mayfield every snap that he played at the University of Oklahoma. Remember, he walked on at Texas Tech, and then he walked on again at Oklahoma. So he is an overachiever. He does not have an arm, but he's got a great athletic body because he throws with his core. It's core torque. That's how he generates arm speed and velocity, is with his body, not his arm. If he just tries to stand flat footed and go with his arm, he's got a below average arm. But he's about 6'1", 215 pounds. And when he's healthy, when he can flick into throws with his full body, he can generate well above average velocity and accuracy. So if you say your shoulder is busted and you got a harness on your left, too often in the pocket, you end up having to throw just with your right arm, and it's not very good and it's not very accurate. So if we could go to, I'm going to skip ahead in the sequence. He threw 4 interceptions the other day, but the only bad one was the second. No, they were not. I'm about to detail why they were completely excusable.
No. Agent in need of backup.
So what happened? He got stuck on his back foot in the pocket, and he could not step into the throw. Why? He's got a harness on his left shoulder, so there was no whip torque in his delivery. He had to with his body to throw that one off his back foot with his arm. And guess what it did? It sailed over Jarvis Landry, and he just got a bad break. There was a DB, unfortunately, standing right behind him instead of right beside him. It could have just airmailed everybody, but it went right to the DB. That was the only interception that was on Baker Mayfield on Saturday.
So he had a hurt shoulder. So how do you throw those 2 touchdowns in the game with a hurt shoulder?
Well, they were too short.
now group leader.
Sucked it up and
Oh,
got it out.
You have been promoted to group leader.
That's all that is. The ones that give
Another
last
agent
and
is
everybody
now
else
in
leads
your
to
group.
conclusion. He threw 4 interceptions.
Backup
We see the
arrived.
first one.
I want to get you a different submachine gun. And after that, you should be a problem on this game.
Holds him all the way up the field. We're about to see the slow-mo of this. If we can see what happened before then, as he runs up the field, Donovan Peoples-Jones, that's illegal contact and a hold. He grabbed him and impeded his ability to get to the football, making it to it where he thought he might be. And Donovan Peoples-Jones got fouled all the way up the field, and no flag. How can you not throw a flag on that? I'm sorry, the hole. Why would they want to take a foul? It's a penalty. The ball should be allowed to do a 5-yard penalty point. It's either illegal contact or defensive holding. Either way you want to do it, it's first and 10, Baker Mayfield. Okay? Let's go. Now we're going to get past the second one to the third one. He throws to Jarvis, who's also a shell of himself. He goes an out, and he's an out cut, and instead of cutting out, Jarvis goes flat out from under it, and he falls down and can't cut back on the ball. And Rasul Douglas picks that ball off. Well, if you plant and cut, then Jarvis is going to be fighting for the football. Maybe in his better days, he makes that catch.
He says better days.
Which brings us to the final throw of the game. If we could please another Rasul Douglas special, because this is a grab, it's a hold, it's pass interference, and Rasul Douglas actually pulls on his jersey, holds on his jersey, and catapults himself into the line of fire so he can catch the football and run with the football. It is blatant pass interference. He should have been first and 10 Cleveland Browns with 50 seconds left at the Packers' 40-yard line. And one more completion, and boy, he's capable of that. One more 10-yard completion, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You got a field goal to win the game 25-24.
We haven't seen it in the fourth quarter. He had the second most fourth quarter interception since he's been drafted. And his passer rating in the fourth quarter is bad.
So this
He said it's bad.
he says Mayfield has never been a poster kid for quarterback for him. Yeah, he has. No, he has. Seriously, he has his whole career. Went back to Oklahoma. He throws with his body. He swings the football. We give the golf reference to Justin Thomas. You know Justin Thomas. I don't know Justin Thomas. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He hits the golf ball as far as anybody else.
Let's go.
For Bryson DeChambeau. How does he
Hold on to see the dude's build.
kind of power with 5'10", 160 pounds? That way. Quick torque. He's got an incredible strong core, and he can
Okay.
athletically. Strong core? Absolutely. Powerful core. But if you take away the left shoulder, if you can't turn the left shoulder away, you got to wear a shoulder harness on your left shoulder, you're not going to be able to hit the golf ball 350 yards. But I love how you did what I did when to try to make it easier for why Odell wasn't Odell anymore. Yep. Are you trying to make the same excuses for why Baker isn't any good? No, he's very good. No, he's not very good. Well, okay, so I need you to put your money where your mouth is and just say flat out, Browns, cut him loose, let him go. Give him another good try. You said you got that guy. If he's not that guy, have the guts to say to the boss, let him be, let him go. I dare the Browns to let him go somewhere else because he will come back to haunt you, and then I promise you, he will not be what they drafted. Whether it's in Cleveland, whether it's anywhere else, he's not.
Behind us.
He is the guy. He's not. Why? He's not. I just hope he gets a chance to change scenery. Let him go. Yeah, they open up. They open up. They want to come back. Okay, you can have Russell Wilson. You can have anybody you want. It's still Cleveland. It's still the Browns. And I think it's still dysfunctional atmosphere.
Don't do that.
All the way to the front office. For why Baker is the average. Why would you do that?
I'll put my money where my mouth is. Just give him a shot somewhere else. Please let him be. Let him go. Let him play somewhere else.
He done messed up our franchise for 4 years. Now you just want us to just set him free. I would. But I ain't worried about it. Hey, Pittsburgh, y'all want it.
In your way of thinking, why would you waste a whole other year on it?
That's what I'm saying, Skip. I let him go. I ain't worried about him coming back.
But you've been saying, give him a fifth year to
No. I'm saying I would not give him a contract extension. I'm not giving him Josh Allen money.
Okay, well, if you're right about that,
Yeah, he ain't even put it out.
okay, cut him loose.
Okay. Cut him loose. You're making him like, if we cut him loose, he's gonna go from what Tom Brady was at New England and go to Tampa. I don't think Cleveland Browns will worry about that.
Well, then they should be. I'm telling you why. I've seen long stretches of franchise. I saw a whole rookie year. I saw a whole
rookie nothing. Why didn't they make the playoffs? If he was playing for Brady, why didn't they make the playoffs?
The head coach wouldn't even start.
Okay, they got to do it. Sometimes the quarterback can outplay you.
Okay, why did they make the playoffs last year and win a playoff game at Pittsburgh when Pittsburgh was riding high on Chubb? Yeah.
You saw Chubb what Chubb was doing for our Saturday?
But in that first game of Pittsburgh, Baker threw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Well, you gonna tell me Ben's gonna turn the ball over 6 times? Yeah. First snap of the game, what happened? Yeah. What happened?
Baker happened.
No, first snap of the game, over Ben's hand for a touchdown.
Reinforcements incoming.
5-6 turnovers. Don't do that, Skip. Okay. You know Baker is just the guy.
I do not know that.
Right here. Okay, right here.
I need you to put this on the line. How do you lose? Let him go. I need the whole thing.
Let him loose.
Yeah.
Let him loose.
Okay.
Give him the Odell. Give him the free.
This is the man who won it. Sam Darnold.
Hey, you wanted Baker and what did he get?
He got me a lot.
If I get you won.
I had a big playoff.
All right, guys, let's talk about the Lakers. Did they hit a new low last night in their loss to Memphis? Kristen Starr joined us.
I'm running out of bullets. Slow down.
Because it boosts your free cash out around
Fuck. Oh, that's why. Don't pick me up. The healer's coming. Don't. I got to talk to this one.
turnovers. All right, now granted, Russ makes a lot of turnovers in general, but his turnover rate now is the highest it's ever been. All right, I think some of that is age and him not being quite as athletic, losing just a smidgen of his athleticism, and so he's trying to play faster, and he's got to think more because he doesn't have as much athleticism, so he's making some bad plays. Then their inability to stay in front of him, that obviously is the problem that's due to age, and that is hurting them when we see taking these comebacks. So I think a lot of their problems, you can blame Russ and they're playing him to it. You can blame AD being hurt. That is a factor. But their age, Melo, Dwight, even Avery Bradley is older. Wayne Ellington, obviously LeBron. Their age is a problem, and that's why I think teams are coming back.
I agree with everything you said, and that's what I was telling Skip. First of all, they turn the ball over too much, and when you turn the ball over and you're an older team, you can't sit in front of anybody. So what do? They grab, they clutch, they hold, and they send a team to the free throw line 29 times when you only got to the line 8 times. And because they're younger, they can slide, they can rotate multiple times. If a team swings the ball at least twice, they're going to get a wide open three or they're going to get a layup. Lakers just can't recover. It's as simple as that. And you're asking guys, Chris, you mentioned it. You said guys, Carmelo is older and this guy's older. But a lot of times we're asking guys that's never played defense. When has Carmelo ever been asked to play defense? And now you want him to play defense and you're 19? Wayne Ellington has never been asked to play defense. Wayne Ellington is a shooter. That's what he is. TAT has turned into a fouling turnover machine. He's always turned the ball over because, but now it's just gotten out of hand. Russ, the shots, Chris, and Skip and I was talking. I've never seen an NBA player miss more dunks and layups than Russ. I'm talking about point blank at the rim. He's trying these left-handed shots at the rim, blowing them. He missed layups. Right down the middle. Would have made it a one-point game with about a minute left in the ball game. Changes the complexion of the ball game. Instead of being down 3, you're down 1. They're old. LeBron is playing great, but he can only play great for first quarter, minimize, say, you know what, okay, I'm going to try to get everybody involved in the second quarter. I'm going to try to hold on. He came out great last night. The third quarter played great. And in the fourth quarter, you cannot play. He's playing the second most minutes in the NBA behind Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet probably 27-28. LeBron is 37.
Come on, guys.
I don't care what anybody says, but Lakers did not anticipate LeBron James on a Wednesday night in Memphis playing 38 minutes. Playing 40 minutes the night before. He's playing entirely too many minutes. Yeah, Chris, even you knew you had no idea LeBron was going to be playing this much in your night. The problem is his supporting cast aren't on this very much. I can't count on Melo to give me consistent play. I can't count on Russ.
279. Yes, please. A new stoner.
Everything across the board for AD is down. 3-point, free throw, field goal percentage, point, all that's down. So he wasn't playing great before he got hurt.
Detected.
LeBron is going to in proximity. And if he leaves the court, whatever the lead is when he left the court, I guarantee you when he comes back on the court, that lead is not going to be what it was when he left the court. To make a long story short, and I'm sorry guys for being long-winded, they're old bad.
So you're saying LeBron is playing old great, right? Old great.
See, Skip, if I give you 37, the difference was Ja gave you 41, but Bane gave you 20. Jackson gave you 15, and the rebounding. What Melo gave you last? Melo missed. Look at what they role players gave. Okay.
Thanks, guys. I'm gonna play basketball now, and then actually football or baseball. I don't know yet. I've been playing basketball, then baseball, then football.
LeBron played the whole fourth quarter, all 12 minutes, but Ja came in and played 7:30 in the fourth quarter. And what happened in the fourth quarter? Well, he happened. He scored 11 points in 7 minutes, right?
Yes.
Did he close the game for them? Yes, he did.
Right.
Okay, so what have I seen so far? I've seen 6 straight games of LeBron James scoring 30-plus points a game. That's astonishing in year 19.
Right.
They're 1-5 in those 6 games. 9 times this year, LeBron's Lakers, he hasn't been there every time, but 9 times they have blown double-digit leads. They don't have a closer. Who was the closest thing, ironically, to a closer that they've had all year? It's an undrafted rookie out of Oklahoma.
You made one shot.
How many games in a row he started playing the whole fourth quarter?
He made one shot.
He can close on both ends. He was giving them energy.
What? They want the smoke?
On the other end, he was taking the hot score and giving the promise of the rim. He's got young legs, and he's not afraid of anybody. We're running. He played all the fourth quarter and all the overtime at Dallas, and when we played the jump, he made the shot to win the game.
If that's the case, why wasn't he doing that when LeBron was there? Why wasn't he cold when LeBron was out?
They didn't know yet.
But there you go. He was going on day one.
Undrafted.
Okay, but you were day one. Chris, was he not on the floor against Golden State game one? Was he not on the floor all the time? When LeBron was out, why wasn't he cold when LeBron out? When they had those 26 points, they had 18 points to get over. Why not close?
You know what I trust on the whole team. What do you think about that? Okay, let's get back to your man LeBron James. I'm here to tell you, he's never been a closer, and he's not a closer now. Well, he's just not, because last night was a practice game. He had a 14-point lead with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. He got to close that deal against a team that did not have his best defender, Dylan Brooks, who's a player he can guard LeBron and bother LeBron more than Kyle Anderson can bother LeBron James. So what happened? LeBron had a hottest I've ever seen it from 3, 8-14, and he made his last one with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left, right? And that cut it to 3 points. And then what happened over the last 2:48? Nothing happened. LeBron didn't have. He had 2 3-pointers to tie. Well, those are the ones you got to make. You got to make one of those two.
So I'm doing this so much, I'm hearing you correctly. So Kevin Durant has never blown a 14-point
I don't think we're talking about LeBron.
But I'm saying, but see, what you trying to do is when LeBron's not close. So in other words, I'm a great player. It's not the least.
Somebody's got to close this game. How many people think you're ready to start the show? Maybe he just runs out of gas. It's his physical ball where he is. So Kyle Brady is just deadly down the stretch of the game. He's just like all four quarters, like all four quarters. And maybe he's just, even on that, we can see the last play again. He's just running out of gas and they put his stumble in the Okay, so Malik Monk, and he's got nothing. LeBron couldn't create a 3, so he's got a drive, split, he falls, he goes up with no plan. He thinks Russ might cut his ass. He can't trust Russ to do anything. He's wildly unpredictable. They have really, chemistry in that moment. You got to trust. You got to survive. You got to feel each other. And again, the pass was to the corner. You want him taking a 3 to I guess you do. Right? I guess you do. Right?
But here's the thing. The last game, you remember the last game before Kevin Durant got on there? Patty Mills sent the game to overtime, right? Because your role players, at some point in time, you say the fourth quarter, Patty Mills had 14 points.
What did I tell you after the game? I will take Patty Mills over Russell Westbrook any day or any night because he's a closer. He's clutch. He's a winning intangible
That's my
player.
point.
I got it.
Is that your role players got to play a role, right, Chris?
Yeah. And Skip, first of all,
we're done here. You guys have a great day.
Look who else is playing. Stanley Johnson. They just picked him up. But like you said,
That's the hardship. An agent is no longer in your room.
Yeah, so they are using these guys. That's just proof that the age is an issue. And even with LeBron, we all know how great he's playing. We've never seen this late in somebody's career. But if you look at the stats, you'll think, wow, he's playing as great as he ever has. No, because he doesn't do it defensively. Throughout the game, there's times he has to pace himself. He's not impacting the game like he used to. He's playing great, but I'm just saying, you can get fooled by the numbers to think he's as good as he was 10 years ago. And he's not. Remember, they're playing at a faster pace than they have in a long time. And LeBron usually plays that. So he's getting more possession. And more of his shots are 3-pointers. So those are some reasons that the numbers are up and looking really good, but he's not impacting the game like he did, say, in 2016 or 2017.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be fooled to think LeBron is still, at his best just because the numbers look good.
That's an impressive. Give him Kyrie. Give him somebody that can give him 25 on a nightly basis like Kyrie could in 16 and 17 and see what those numbers look like.
He handpicked Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
What the reason? You made your bed, you got a lot of it.
Well, I'm going to get it completed.
That's cool. You should. You better.
Brady got some unique praise from a rival coach. Stick around, I'll tell you what it was next.
Of course, they love the savings they're going to get with Geico, but it goes beyond that. You deserve to sacrifice. Progressive One, you deserve to sacrifice. I know. I need you to start saying.
Bundle car and motorcycle insurance is safe at Geico.com.
Anybody that wants to maximize their workout, anybody that feels that their energy reserves are not what they used to be, true not is doing the energy reserves just like a smoke. I'm Shannon Sharp, and I'm True Williams.
Local restaurants have been hit hard by fees from delivery apps.
They take a huge chunk of our bottom line. All of that comes out of our pocket and goes to them.
So Domino's franchisees went to local restaurants and bought $100,000 from their gift cards to give out to workers. That way, they could support a mom and pop by ordering directly from them.
And no one got hit by delivery app fees.
I can't believe one restaurant is buying another restaurant's gift certificates. Yeah, it sure is wonderful.
But if you're not getting Domino's, get the delivery app and order directly from a local restaurant.
Brett Favre, legendary quarterback. Jerry Rice, legendary wide receiver. When legends play, they wear Copperfit Advanced Back Pro. Copperfit's best-selling compression back support just got better with new double-band adjustable supports for customizable compression when you need it most. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Improve posture and help reduce lower back. The core is the most important. To know that I'm stabilized here whenever I'm done with my call 1-800-305-7164
or on the web at advancedbackpro.com for only $19.99. This does feel good. That's what I've been saying. You think it was fair? It was fun. Copperfit, live limitless.
Your son is sick. I need help. I need help spot this.
I did what I did to save my son. But this is not who I am.
The Cleaning Ladies series premiere this Monday on Fox.
Fox Bet Super 6 has already given away over $6 million. Download the free-to-play Super 6 app and enter your pick for a free chance to win $100,000. Good luck.
Behold, the hypnotic waltz of jowl, tooth, and slobber. Such a dance deserves a worthy partner. Super Joe. Serious toys for ridiculous dogs.
Selling your home doesn't need to be stressful. With HomeLight Simple Sale, you can skip the paint job and fixing up the yard. You can also pass on all those neighbors stomping through your house at all those open houses and unannounced buyer showings. HomeLight provides an all-cash offer for your home so you can sell your home in days, not months. It's quick, it's stress-free, and most importantly, it's simple. Start for free today at homelight.com/simple.
You have skin, and Curology makes rocking good skin simple. Just share your skin concerns and get one custom nightly formula that works hard and goes on easy. So get good skin. Try your first month free at Curology.com.
Don't miss a special airing of All Madden, the documentary, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on Fox. Streaming on ESPN Plus, Peacock, and Tubi. Trust me, you're going to want to check this out. Well, Tom Brady looks better than ever, and it's not going unnoticed by opponents. Before their matchup this weekend, Jets coach Robert Saleh praised TB12, saying that the MVP candidate is, quote, what a coach would look like if he was still had the ability to play. So, Shannon, do you agree with Saleh's assessment?
I do. And it's an all-time great compliment, Skip, because Tom Brady knows what his strengths are. He knows what his teammates' strengths are. But he also knows what the opposing team's weaknesses are. And he knows what the opposing team's players' weaknesses are. And what he does, he stays in his strength zone, and he stays away from his weaknesses. Skip, Tom Brady has played in 316 regular season games. Only 13 coaches in the history has coached that many games. He's played in 45 playoff games.
No coaches that even coached that many playoff games. Belichick is second, is first with 43. Coach Shula and Coach Landry has 36. So and that's what does the coach do, Skip? He puts his team. He knows his players' strengths. He plays to their strengths. He stays away from their weaknesses. He's supposed to know the opposing team's strengths and weaknesses. Stay away from their strength. Try to capitalize on their weaknesses. And that's what Todd does. Todd says, this is what I am. This is what I do. This is what my guy's strength is. Let me, hey, Chris Godwin, you know what? You're not really that guy that can get down the field. Let's catch a lot of these bubble screens. Let's throw a lot of these shallow crosses. We're gonna have a lot of catches. We're gonna change what you do. Mike Evans, you know what, bro? You're not gonna get 85, 90, 100 catches. But you're gonna be my red zone threat. That's what he does. He understands the game. Skip, when you play 22 years, he's seen the NFL transition to like a more physical, to run the football, to all of a sudden, you started throwing the ball and the incidental contact and all the defensive receiver. So he's seen that transition. He plays to it. He understands it. And so this is a huge compliment because he's like, the guy's a quarterback and he's a coach on the field. I don't know how we get it.
Unfortunately, I saw this completely upside down from you. And obviously, Robert Saleh intended zero negativity in this comment. But unwittingly, in my eyes, it was something of an insult because it discounts Brady's physical ability at age 44.
He ain't got no physical ability.
Okay, that's what you say, and that's offensive to me because he has extreme physical ability. Extreme. He has the sweetest pocket feet I've ever seen, and he still has it. He can generate velocity and accuracy with his arm talent. At 44, just like when he was 24, his arm, you said his arm was in decline coming out of doing. Nope, it's stronger than ever. He moves better than ever. Better because he worked so hard on it in the offseason. He runs faster than he's ever run. You say, oh, it's not very fast, but it's fast.